Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a WhatsApp chatbot for your quality assurance consultant business. So if you are also running a quality assurance consultant business, then this video is definitely for you. In this video, we are going to design a chatbot that will help your customers to book consultations and ask their queries. So in this video, firstly, we are going to design a chatbot using Pabbly Chatflow. Now, if a user will send a message, an automatic reply will be sent to them. Not only this, but you can also connect your Pabbly Chatflow with the Google Sheet to save your responses by using Pabbly Connect, which is an automation integration platform. So let's dive into my screen for creating your own WhatsApp chatbot. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a WhatsApp chatbot for your quality assurance consultant business. So this chatbot is going to provide quality assurance services, book consultation, and provide contact details to your customers. So this chatbot will help you to stay connected with your customers anytime and anywhere. Not only for the customer's connection, this chatbot will also save the responses provided by your customers regarding their details. So let's start creating our own WhatsApp chatbot. But firstly, I am going to show you how exactly a chatbot works. For that, let's dive into my WhatsApp with me. Here you can see I have already opened my WhatsApp, and now I am going to send a message to the number which I have already connected to my Pabbly Chatflow account. And here it is named as XYZ Quality Assurance Consultant. So now I am going to send a message to this number. So let's type a message hello here. Here you can see as I am entering the message hello, I am getting an automated reply that is hello, welcome to XYZ Consultant, your trusted quality assurance partner. I'm your virtual assistant. How can I help you today? And here we are getting three buttons, that is our quality assurance services, book consultation, and contact us. So now let's click on our first button, that is our quality assurance services. As I'm selecting quality assurance services, I am getting a message which consists of the services provided by XYZ Quality Assurance Consultant. And here we are getting one button, that is book consultation. So now let's click here. As I'm selecting book consultation, here it is asking me to provide my full name. So now let's enter the name here. Here I have provided my name, and as I have provided the name, now it is asking me to enter the company name. So now let's enter the company name here. Here I have provided the company name as XYZ Limited. Now I am getting a message which is asking me for the preferred date and time. So now let's enter the answer. Here you can see as I have entered the preferred date and time, I have received a response that is received. So now let's enroll to our another button, that is book consultation. As I am clicking on book consultation, again it is asking me to enter these details. You might be thinking how this is happening. Now I am going to answer this question while creating a chatbot. So now let's enroll to our third button, that is contact us. As I'm selecting contact us, here I am getting a message which consists of the contact number and the email address of the XYZ Consulting Services. So here you can see we are having a fully functional chatbot. You can also create a chatbot like this for your business by using Pabbly Chatflow. For that, you have to type its URL, that is www.pabbly.com/chatflow. Once you will enter the URL, you will get the landing page of Pabbly, and here you can see we are getting two buttons, that is sign in and sign up free. If you are a new user, you can just click on sign up free, but if you are an existing user, you can click on sign in. But as I have already an account on Pabbly, I will just click on sign in. Once you finish your sign up, you will get this all Pabbly apps page, and here you can see these are the apps provided by Pabbly. You can access any of these apps according to you, but for creating a chatbot, we just need to access Pabbly Chatflow app. In this Pabbly Chatflow app, here you can see we are getting two buttons, that is access now and learn more. For accessing the Pabbly Chatflow, we just have to click on access now. Once you will click on access now, you will get this dashboard page of Pabbly, and here you can see this is the number I have connected to my Pabbly Chatflow account. You can also add your WhatsApp number by just clicking on add WhatsApp number, and here on this add WhatsApp number button, we are getting two options, that is WhatsApp Connect and Manual Token Connect. If you want to integrate your WhatsApp number, you can click on WhatsApp Connect, but if you want to connect with token number, you can just click on Manual Token Connect. Now moving on further, here we are getting the option for create a new folder. If you want to create your own folder, you can click here. Now moving on to the sidebar, here we can see these are the features provided by Pabbly. Now I am going to give you a short overview of these features. So the first feature we are getting is inbox. This is the section where we receive messages from our customer and we send them automated replies. Now the next feature we are getting is contacts. You can manage your contact list here. Now another one we are getting is team queues. You can manage your team access for managing your chatbot. Now next feature we are getting is templates. You can create your own templates from here. Now another feature we are getting is broadcast. If you want to broadcast you any message on a preferred date or time, you can click here. Now the next feature we are getting is flows. So this one is the most important feature for creating the chatbot. So flows are basically the path which our WhatsApp chatbot follows. Now moving on further, here we are getting the AI assistant. So you can create your own AI assistant from here. Now the next feature we are getting is activity log. The work done by you will be shown here. Now moving on further, here we are getting getting settings. You can manage your settings according to you from here. Now the last one we are getting is get help. If you need any type of help or support, you can click here. If you want to learn more about these features, you can find the video link in the description given below. Now let's start creating our WhatsApp chatbot. For that we just have to access flows. So just click on flows here. Once you will click on flows, you will get this flow builder page, and here you can see these are the flows created by me. You can also add or create your own flow. For that you just have to click on add flow button. Once you will click on add flow button, you will get this flow page, and here you can see we are getting the flow start node. Here I am providing it the name WhatsApp chatbot for quality assurance consultant business. You can provide name according to you. Now moving on to the flow start node, here it is asking me to enter keywords. So you might be thinking, what are keywords? Keywords are basically the triggers which a user can enter. Now moving on to the next, here it is asking me to enter reject. So rejects are basically the short form for the regular expressions. These are used for specific user input. But if you want to trigger any message, you can enter rejects like this. Now moving on further, here it is asking me to choose templates. If you want to add template to your message, you can choose template from here. If a user sends me a message, I want to send them a welcome message. For that I will just drag and drop, and here you can see we are getting many options such as text plus button, media, list, single product message, multi-product message and templates. But for entering a message, we just have to select text plus button. Once you will select text plus button, you will get this message node, and here you can enter the message you want to send to your customers. So now let's enter a welcome message here. Here you can see I have entered a welcome message for my customer, and here I have entered this name XYZ Consultant, your trusted quality assurance partner, between these asterisk signs to make it bold. Now I am going to create some buttons for my customers. For that you can see we are getting option that is add button. So now let's click here and create your own button. Now here it is asking me to enter the text of my button. So let's enter the text of our first button. The first button I have created is our quality assurance services. Now I am going to create some more buttons like this. So just click on add button and enter the text of your more buttons. Here I have created two more buttons, that is book consultation and contact us. Now if the user selects our quality assurance services, then I am going to provide some names of the services we are providing. For that I am going to enter the name of the services in our message node. So just drag and drop and select text plus button here for entering the message. Here you can see in this message node I have provided some services to my customers. Now I am going to add a button, that is book consultation here. So now let's click on add button and enter the text of your button, that is book consultation. Now I am going to enhance this book consultation button. For that I am going to ask about the details of my customers. For that you just have to go to actions, and here you can see we are getting the option for ask question. Once you will click on ask question, you will get this question node, and here you can enter the message or the question you want to ask from your customer. Now let's connect this book consultation button with this question node, and here I am going to enter the message or the question. Here you can see I have entered a message asking for the full name. Now here it is asking me to select contact custom fields. So here you can see these are the contact custom fields created by me. You can also create your own contact custom fields. For that you just have to go to settings, and here you can see we are getting the option for contact custom fields. So just click here and create your own fields. Now I am going to select contact custom field as names here, and the format I am going to select is any. Now if the user answers this question, I am going to ask them another question. For that I will just click on ask question, and here I am going to enter my another question. Here in this message note I have been asking for company name. Now I am going to select contact custom field as company name here, and the format I am going to select is any. Now if the user provide answers to this question also, I am going to ask them another question regarding the preferred date and time. So now let's click on ask question. Now let's enter the question here. Here I have entered a question asking for the preferred date and time. Now I am going to select contact custom field as date and time, and the format I am going to select is any. Now let's save this flow. For that you just have to click on save button, and here you will get this pop that is flow updated successfully, means you have successfully saved your flow. Now if the user provide details such as full name, company name and preferred date and time, then I want to save this data in my Google Sheet so that I can use it for sending them the personalized codes and services. For that I am going to use API request. As I am selecting API request, here we have got this node, and here it is asking me to paste the webhook URL. For that you have to use Pabbly Connect for making a connection between this Pabbly Chatflow and the Google Sheet. So just go to all Pabbly apps page here, and here you can see we are getting the option for Pabbly Connect app. So now let's click on access now for accessing the Pabbly Connect app, and here we have got this dashboard, and here it is asking me to create a workflow. So now I am going to create a workflow with the same name I have provided to my flow. So here you can see I have provided that same name to my workflow as my chat flow. So now let's click on this create button, and here you can see my workflow is created successfully. Now here it is asking me to select the trigger. Triggers are basically the events that initiate an automation workflow. Here I am going to select trigger as my Pabbly Chatflow app, because if a user sends me a response in my Pabbly Chatflow app, I want to save that data in my Google Sheets. So here the trigger would be Pabbly Chatflow, and the trigger event I am going to select is new messages received. As I have selected the app and the trigger event, I have got the webhook URL. So now let's copy this URL and paste over the API request. So here in this API request, I have to select post here, and now I am going to paste the webhook URL here. Here you can see I have pasted the webhook URL. Now I have to provide the keys. So if you remember, the first question we have created is the name. So now the first key I am going to provide is name. Here I have provided the key as name. Now I am going to select contact custom field as name here, and now I am going to add more fields such as company name and preferred date and time. So now let's enter the company name as the key here. I have created my second key, that is company name. Now I am going to select contact custom field as company name here, and now I am going to add one more field that is preferred date and time. Now let's select contact custom field as date and time here. Now let's click on test here. As I'm clicking on test here, I am getting a pop-up that is API request successful. Now let's move on to our workflow. Now in the workflow you can see we have received the response. Now I am going to select the action. As I've already told you that now I am going to save my data in the Google Sheet. So the action app I am going to select is Google Sheets here. Here I have selected the Google Sheet. Now I am going to select action event as add new row. Now I am going to create a new spreadsheet. For that I am going to use my Google Sheets. You can see this is my spreadsheet named as quality assurance. Now let's click on connect to authorize the application. And here you can see we are getting the option for add new connection or select existing connection. And if you want to build a new connection, you can click on add new connection. But as I have already an existing connection, I will just click on select existing connection. And now I am going to click on save button here. As I have built the connection here, I am getting the name for my spreadsheet, that is quality assurance, and my sheet is sheet 1. Now I am going to map the data such as name, company name, date and time. I am basically mapping the data for making the fields dynamic. Means if you receive response, it will directly save to your Google Sheet, and basically I am going to do this so that it could replace automatically with every new response. So firstly we have got the name, so I am going to map the data as name here. And now let's map our company name here. So here you can see I am going to select company name. Now let's map our date and time. For that I am going to select date and time here. So here you can see we have mapped the data. Now let's click on save and send test request button. So as I have clicked on save and send test request, here we have received this response. Now let's check our Google Sheet. So here in this Google Sheet you can see we have received the fields which we have mapped over the Pabbly Connect. Now if you receive response, your data will be automatically saved to your Google Sheet. Now let's move on to our Pabbly Chatflow. Now here in this API request node, just click on save. Now I am going to select the status fallback. Means if the user enter these details, I want to provide them a message. So just drag and drop, and here I am going to select text plus button for entering the message received. Here I have entered this message that is received. Now I am going to provide contact details to my customers. Now I am going to enter the contact details in this message node. Here I have entered the contact number and email of the XYZ quality assurance consultant business. Now let's again save this flow. Now for showing you how we're receiving messages from our customer, let me take you towards my inbox. For that you just have to click on inbox. So here you can see in this chat we are successfully receiving messages from our customer, and our automated replies are successfully sent or delivered to them. And one point is to be noticed that this is following the path which we have created through our flow. Means if a user sends me a message, I will send them a welcome message. Now if the user selects our quality assurance services, I am going to provide them services. So here you can see we have successfully created a chatbot. Now I am going to show you the response received in my Google Sheet. So here in my WhatsApp chatbot you can see I have entered the details here, that is full name, company name, preferred date and time. Now let's see whether these details are filled over the Google Sheet or not. For that let's move to my Google Sheet. So here you can see in my Google Sheet I have received the response which I have filled through my WhatsApp. So here you can see we have created a fully functional chatbot. So you can also create a chatbot like this for your business by using Pabbly Chatflow. So stay tuned to our YouTube channel for learning more about Pabbly and creating more chatbots like this. Thank you for watching this video. So you can create many more chatbots like this by using Pabbly Chatflow. Now if you have any doubt, you can mail us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries you can write it on forums.pabbly.com. But if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit the URL given over here. So start using Pabbly Chatflow for free now.